Joel 2:25. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. God is saying to you today, what the enemy stole from you is not the end of your story. I am a God who restores. There are seasons of life that feel like they were eaten alive, years that were swallowed by addiction or depression or a toxic relationship or grief or illness or simply the consequences of choices you wish you could undo. You look back and see stretches of time that feel wasted, lost, gone. And there is a particular grief in that kind of loss because you cannot get time back. You cannot rewind. The years that were taken are gone. And the enemy uses that grief as a weapon. He points to those lost years and says, look at all that time you wasted. Look at everything you missed. Look at who you could have been, what you could have done, what you could have had, if only. And then he suggests the cruelest conclusion. It is too late. Too much has been lost. You are too far behind. There is no coming back from this. But God has a very different word. In the book of Joel, God is speaking to a people who have watched a devastating plague of locusts consume everything. Their fields stripped bare, their harvests destroyed, years of planting and tending and hoping, all of it devoured by an enemy they could not stop. The desolation was complete, and into that desolation, God speaks this stunning promise. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. He does not say, I will help you come to terms with what was lost. He does not say, I will make the loss a little easier to bear. He says, restore. He says, the years. He is promising to do something that should be impossible, to give back what was taken. Now, we know that God cannot literally reverse time. The years themselves are not coming back. But what God can do, what He has always done, is compress restoration. He can do in a short season what should take a lifetime. He can bring fruitfulness that outpaces the loss. He can bring healing that goes deeper than the wound. He can bring beauty from ashes in such spectacular fashion that people around you shake their heads in wonder at what He has done. Think of Joseph in the Bible. He lost years to a pit, to slavery, to a prison cell. Years that should have been his best, his prime, his time to build a life, all of it seemingly stolen. And then in a single day, God moved, and the restoration that came was so complete, so abundant, so far beyond what anyone could have predicted, that the years of loss became the very preparation for the years of destiny. That is the God you serve. He is not intimidated by your lost years. He is not scratching his head about how to work with what is left. He sees the whole story. He sees the chapters that are still unwritten, and he is a specialist in making what feels like a ruined story into one of the most powerful testimonies you have ever heard. What has been lost in your life? What years feel wasted to you? What has the enemy taken? Bring it to God today, not with resignation, not with the expectation of nothing, but with the faith of someone who serves a God who restores. The locust years are not the end of your harvest. They are simply a chapter in a story that God is writing, and He writes the best endings. Type Amen and share this video if you believe.